Suppose that the function f represents the graph of these mountains. Then the peak of each mountain corresponds to the relative maximum point of f. We have these points, while the lowest part of this terrain represents the relative minimum point, which is at the point p sub 0. Now, if you consider this parabola which opens upward, then the lowest point in this perspective is this point, which is also the highest point if you consider this parabola which opens downward. In this case, this point is called a saddle point. Now, how do you locate relative extrema and saddle points? One of the ways is to use the second partial derivative test. For this test, we assume that the first and second partial derivatives of f exist and continuous in the open region which contains this point x0, y0. And this point should satisfy these equations. If we let d to be this value, we have the following possibilities. If the value of d in this case is less than 0, then this means your point x0, y0 corresponds to a saddle point. And for the case where this is greater than 0, you need to look at this partial derivative. If this one is positive, then your point corresponds to a relative minimum value. And for the case where this one is less than 0, then we have x0, y0, which corresponds to a relative maximum value. And for the remaining case where d is equal to 0, you cannot draw a conclusion for this point. A point in the domain is called a critical point if it satisfies either of these conditions. Notice that this first one is what we used in the second derivative test. Now, let us consider the following example, at which you are asked to find the critical points of a function f. Now, for the solution, what we need to do first is we need to find the partial of f with respect to x and the partial of f with respect to y. Doing so in this equation, we have this one. So as you can notice, this is the derivative with respect to x, and this gives us the derivative which is equal to 0. If we consider this part of the equation and dividing everything by 3, we have the following simplification. So this implies x squared plus y squared minus 2x is equal to 0. We now call this one equation 1. And if we do the same thing for the partial of f with respect to y, this one we have 0. This gives us 6xy. We have 0 for 3x squared, and this gives us negative 6y. And hence we have this value. And if we divide 6 in this part of the equation, what we have is xy minus y is equal to 0. Factor outing y, that's why you will left with x minus 1 is equal to 0. And hence we have this simplification for this part. This gives us y equals 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. And we have x is equal to 1 in this part. And then we use this point in this equation to obtain a value of x. And for this one, we use again in this equation to obtain a value of y. And that gives you the ordered pair for the critical point. By using y equals 0 in this equation, this reduces to x squared minus 2x equals 0, which gives us x times x minus 2 equal to 0. And this gives us the possible values of x, which is 0 and x equals 2. So what we have here is that substitute y equals 0 in 1, this one as mentioned, and factor outing x, we have this one, and this gives us x equals 0 or x equals 2. Therefore, we have two critical points for this case. And for the case where x is equal to 1, then substitute this one to equation 1. Then we have this simplification. So this is the x squared plus y squared minus 2x equals 0. So using x equals 1, this gives us y squared is equal to 1. And we have y is equal to positive negative 1. So therefore, our ordered pair for this case is 1 1 and 1 negative 1. In total, we have 4 critical points. These are 0 0, 2 0, 1 1, and negative 1. Notice that in this problem, the critical points for this function is not restricted. Therefore, you can choose any critical points in the domain of this function f. In the next problem, we will find extremas of a function with restricted second component. Let us now consider this problem. Here you are asked to find the relative extrema and saddle points of this function with the restricted second component. For the solution, step 1, find the critical points. And this will be the candidates for our extrema and saddle point. So here, if we derive this one with respect to x, what we have is this one. So we have 2x for this case, and then this 0, and this one gives us 2 cosine of y. Now, if you consider this part of the equation, dividing by 2 gives us x minus cosine y is equal to 0. And then transposing cosine y on the other side of the equation gives us x is equal to cosine of y. And therefore, we have this simplification. Let us call this one equation 1. And now, if we derive this function with respect to y, then this gives us 0, and this one gives us 2x times the negative of sign. But since this one is negative, then we have the positive sign of y, and this is equal to 0. And that would be the value for our partial derivative with respect to y. And we denote this one as your equation 2. Next step is that we substitute this equation into this equation so that we replace x value here by cosine of y, so that we will have 2 cosine of y sine of y equal to 0, and hence we can solve the value of y. So we substitute equation 1 into, and then this gives us this equation. Let us now recall the property of this trigonometric form. Here we have this one, which is equivalent to sine of 2y. We will now find the possible values for this input. Notice that this sine function is 0 provided that its input lies on this horizontal line. That means sine 0 is 0, sine of pi is also 0, sine of 2 pi is also 0, and similarly we have sine of 0, we also have sine of negative pi, and sine of negative 2 pi. Since the value of y in our original problem is restricted in this region, and some of the possible values for 2y are negative 2 pi, we have negative pi, 0, pi, and 2 pi, we can obtain y by dividing 2 on both sides. This reduces to y is equal to negative pi over 2, 0, pi over 2, and pi. But since we have this inclusion, then this means we only take these values. Now, we solve for x using equation 1. So here what we have is for y equals negative pi over 2, we have x is equal to cosine of y, and this one gives us 0. For y is equal to pi over 2, we have this value, and notice that this is also 0. And if y is equal to 0, we have x is equal to cosine of 0, which is now equal to 1. And therefore, we have the following critical points. Then our next step is to use the second partial derivative test. Let us now solve the second partial derivatives of f. Notice that what we have obtained for fx is 2x minus 2 cosine of y. And for fy, we obtain 2x sine y. So that fxx, or deriving this one again with respect to x, you will obtain 2 since this one is of derivative equal to 0. And for this one, we derive this one with respect to y, and this one is the constant, and the derivative of this one is cosine. Therefore, we have 2x cosine of y. And finally, for f sub xy, we obtain 2 sine y. And that's why we have this partials. And therefore, if we calculate the value of d, which is this one, this now reduces to this one, and we have 4x cosine y minus 4 sine squared y. And in order to simplify our conclusions, we create a table that summarizes the result. So we have the critical points, and then we also have the value of d, and then the second derivative, and the conclusion. Now, the critical points are 1, 0, 0 pi over 2, and finally we have 0 negative pi over 2. Now, since this is the value of RD, and if you substitute this 1, 0, what you'll have is that this one reduces to 4 times 1, and then we have cosine of 0 minus 4 times sine squared of 0. Notice that this part cancels out to 0 due to the sine value, which is 0. This one reduces to 1, and therefore we are left with 4 times 1. And hence, the value of d for this case is equal to 4. For this critical point, this one, we have 4 times 0, and then cosine pi over 2 minus 4 times sine of pi over 2 squared. This one is equal to 1, and this one reduces to 0 due to this x. And hence, we are left with negative 4. So therefore, we have negative 4 for this critical point. And similarly, since this one is squared, we have the value equal to negative 4 for this final critical point. And notice that in our previous calculation, this second derivative is equal to 2. Then we have the following conclusions. For the first one, we have relative minimum. And for the second and third critical points, since D is negative, these are saddle points. Therefore, we have the following summary of results. F has no relative maximum point with the minimum point on 1, 0, 0. So notice that this third component is simply the evaluation of F at this critical point. And moreover, saddle points are located in these points. Now, for the challenge problem, find 3 positive numbers such that their product is 27 and their sum is as small as possible. For the hint, if you use variables xyz for the positive numbers and s for the sum, then the partial of s with respect to xy is equal to 27 over x squared times y squared. If you want more of the contents like this, subscribe and see you in our next video.